what Jin foreshadowed comes to pass. Miwa comes to help out Osamu in this episode. And I expected it, but to see the reasoning behind it's what actually shocked me. So, what causes Miwa to actually help out Osamu is because he looks at Osamu and sees a reflection of himself. When his family member died in his arms, as you see, he's like, help her, Jin, help her. He sees himself in Osamu, pretty much, in this episode, when he's asking for help from Miwa, like, please, take Chika and help her, he's begging him. And so, we come to find out, kind of, some characterization and backstory to Miwa, and also get to see why he helps out Osamu in this episode. Did not expect to see something like that in this episode. I really did not expect to see that. But it was a pretty damn good episode for that moment, too. One of my favorite moments of this episode of World Trigger. So, what we gonna find out about Miwa is that his ability, the lead bullet, very fucking strong and OP. Like, only a skilled shooter that has, like, the advantage of an attacker, like, really up close and personal attacker, can pull off what Miwa does in this episode. He's just, running at his opponent, shooting these lead bullets at him, and he is destroying this dude, like, not like nothing, but he's destroying this dude, the black trigger user. So, yeah, I mean, it really goes to show you how skilled Miwa is as a fighter, to see how he can actually hold himself against a black trigger user, especially after what we witnessed at the beginning of this episode and, in the last couple episodes, just to see how he's able to do something like that. Rather impressive. So, talking about certain things, we come to find out that one of the senpais, he pretty much puts his Treon body into overdrive. And because of this, his Treon's leaking out, and he was able to exert some great speeds and go up against the black trigger user in this episode. And he was doing a pretty good job against the guy. I mean, he had incredible speed and all that, but he just did not have, like, the attack power to still push the dude back and defeat him. In the end, though, the dude kind of got destroyed by shady tactics from his enemy. They used a warp portal and shot him in the damn back with fish, so kind of fucked up. I mean, it's kind of fucked up. It reminds me of Janemba from Dragon Ball Z the movie. If you've ever seen Dragon Ball Z's 13th movie with Fusion Reborn, that's exactly what that reminds me of with the warp portal. Seeing how, the warp portal is used to attack someone in the back, it reminds me of Janemba. So, that girl is definitely probably one of the most deadly trigger users, I think, on the enemy team, because she can kind of teleport almost anywhere. Like, I mean, the way she destroyed Replica's clone like nothing, just hit him like nothing, and then teleports all over the place and teleporting the dude's fish inside the building, it's like she has some form of awareness to where her opponent is. Like, I mean, she knew what building Osamu and them were and what door they were entering, and had a warp portal pop up into that room. So her trigger, we need to know more, because there's a lot of mystery behind it, how she's able to pinpoint where Osamu and Replica are and put down these warp portals or warp gates to be able to have the fish and stuff attack them. So a lot of questions I have about that, but at the moment, moving on to other things to talk about, the deciding moment is upon us. The deciding moment to decide if Osamu and Chika survive this or if something bad is going to happen is upon us. And from what I found out by a couple of Chibits is that we are incredibly close to the manga. And wow, I'm just shocked about that. So, World Trigger has been rather slow-paced. It has. And from what Chibits are telling me, we are kind of starting to catch up, which is scary. It just goes to show you the pacing of an anime compared to a manga. But damn, you'd think that we would kind of be lacking in content, or, kind of be slow with the recap we've got and, the content we've got. You'd think it's been going slow, but not really. It's actually catching up slightly to the manga. So, yeah, I just wanted to let you all, you anime-onlys, know, because that's what a couple of manga readers told me. So, yeah. Now, Jin, he kind of reveals once again more of his personality in this episode. We come to find out this dude, he loves manipulating things behind the scenes. And that's kind of been obvious with Jin's character since the beginning of his introduction. He's always been this shady type of character that, goes behind the scenes and manipulates different things to where everything will work out. And that's kind of what we have seen in the past couple episodes. And also with this episode, he does the exact same thing. We get some more insight with how Jin works and how his side effect slightly works and how he manipulates people, but they still continue to follow what he is saying. Like Miwa in this episode, he did not like listening to what Jin said of helping out Osamu, but he did regardless. And it just goes to show you how Jin is. And the episode overall, besides that, it's okay. It's an average episode of World Trigger, rather slow, but it's a pretty damn good episode, especially with the cliffhanger. How do you feel about Replica? I mean, do you feel like, you know, Replica is going to be able to make it there and analyze the door in time? Do you feel like something else is going to happen? A lot of questions. Let me know in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day or not, wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi.